everyone, and welcome to our November Kids in the Kitchen activity. Today we're going to be making almond butter banana bars, and I want to thank Common Ground Food Cooperative for providing some of the ingredients, and also thank Project Athletes. They've created a fitness video that you'll find on the Junior League of Champaign-Urbana YouTube page. So before we get started with the recipe, I'm going to talk to you about some of the ingredients. So first we have oats. And oats, you may remember, are a grain, and that's carbohydrates, and that gives you energy. And then we also have almond butter. You can also use peanut butter in this recipe, but a lot of people have peanut allergies. And almond butter is a protein, and that helps your muscles. We also have chocolate chips, and that's something you want to use sparingly, but they're delicious. And then lastly, we have bananas. And bananas are a fruit, and that's what I'm really going to focus on telling you about today. You're going to become banana experts. So bananas are low in calories, and they have no fat, no sodium, and no cholesterol. So they don't have many bad things, but they have lots of good things. So bananas contain vitamin C, and vitamin C helps form and maintain bones and skin and blood vessels. It also has potassium, which is a mineral that helps your heart beat and your muscles. Also, it has fiber that helps with your digestion, helps get bad things out of your body. And it has vitamin B6 and amino acid tryptophan. And that gives you, helps your mood and alleviates depression. So if you're happy after eating this recipe, it might be because of these bananas. The scientific name for bananas is Musa sapientum, which means fruit of the wise man. So if you eat these, you may also be wise. Bananas don't grow on trees, they grow on plants. And these plants can grow 25 feet high, so even higher than the ceiling. And you probably will not be seeing banana plants going around Illinois. But Hawaii is the place where bananas are grown commercially in the United States. Although in the past, they've also been grown in Southern California and Florida. However, the overwhelming majority of bananas that you see in the grocery store, and which you probably consume, are from countries in Latin America and South America. Now, bananas, because of their structure and how they're formed, they're actually a berry, but strawberries and raspberries are not berries. So that's another pretty interesting fact. Americans eat an average of 27 pounds of bananas per person every year, so a lot. And more than 100 billion bananas are eaten every year in the world, which makes them the fourth most valuable global crop. That's bananas. So now I'm going to introduce Janet, and Janet is going to tell you about our person of the month.
Hello everyone, my name is Janet, and the person of the month is George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver was an African-American botanist and scientist in the early 1900s. At a young age, he taught local farmers how to improve their gardens, and he became known as the plant doctor. In 1894, he became the first African-American to earn a Bachelor of Science degree. He then earned a master's degree in agricultural science from Iowa State University, and later taught decades at Tuskegee University. He created over 300 food, industrial, and commercial products from peanuts, including milk, sauces, punch, cooking oils, salad oils, paper, cosmetics, soap, and wood stain. He also experimented with peanut-based medicine and health treatments. He became known as the Peanut Man after he testified before Congress. Carver taught farmers how to create better soil through crops, rotation, and nitrogen fixating plants like peanuts, soybeans, and sweet potatoes. In the last 2 decades of his life, Carver traveled the South to promote racial harmony and traveled to the and traveled to India to discuss nutrition in developing nations with Mahatma Gandhi. Up until the later years of his death, he released bulletins to the public with information for farmers, teachers, and cooks. And now I would like to introduce Simone, who will be creating your recipe.
Hello all, so now it is time to make the almond butter banana bars. As you'll see, I have ingredients. This is the mixing bowl that you will use to mash everything together. At home, what's your first step that you want to start with is preheating your oven to 350 degrees. I do have a pair of oven mitts. You will need this when placing this into the oven as well as when taking out. You may also want to ask an adult for supervision and help with the stove. At home, what you will first want to start with after you have your pan, this is a 9 by 13 inch dish, but you can use any aluminum pan to bake your almond butter banana bars in. You will next want to grease your pan. I am going to grease my pan utilizing a napkin. You can also use your fingers if you'd like. Just make sure to coat all of the sides evenly, including the corners as well. So I'm doing that here. Make sure to get and cover all sides as you do not want any pieces of your bars to stick. Another tip that I learned is when you are using your 6 tablespoons of almond butter, you can also use oil to apply on the inside, and that will help the almond butter slide out more evenly, okay? Next, we are gonna mash the bananas together. After we have put the oil in our pan, we are gonna mash the bananas together. You should have 4 bananas. I'm gonna peel each one and put them in here to mash. You are also should have 2 cups of oats. You will want to include the oats in with your bananas in conjunction with the bananas and the almond butter as well. I do have a masher to mash all of the ingredients together. If you do not have a masher at home, you can use a spoon or any other kitchen utensil. Just be sure to be careful if it is sharp. Now I will combine the 2 cups of oats and my 6 tablespoons of almond butter. For purposes being, I just combine them to make it easier. I'm going to take our masher and mash everything together. This does take a lot of arm muscles, so definitely use those ingredients. Make sure they're mixed very well. The oats can be dry, so keep mashing until you have a pretty even mixture. If you see any dry spots, just keep mashing away. Once you have mashed all of your ingredients together, you are going to want to transfer it to that dish. Again, your grease dish. You're going to want to spread your mixture evenly, making sure to get all sides of the pan. and you will get a little messy. And lastly, you want to add those chocolate chips that we have and sprinkle those on top. Using your oven mitts, you then want to place it into the oven. Please keep in mind your oven should be at 350 degrees. You're gonna bake. Let that sit in the oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. And ta-da, this is your final result. Almond butter banana bars for you and your family to enjoy. And next I will introduce Karen to close out the video.
All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for attending this Kids in the Kitchen event, and we'll see you guys in December. All right, bye.